Alright, hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? I am going to do a little something different in this video. I am going to be playing East Lake, as you just saw, the Tour Championship. First round. This is our Pro Tour event, which means it's a longer course, more difficult. I'm super proud of this course, East Lake. This is one that I designed for GSPro and have some experience playing the course myself. I've played it a few times now in real life, and the course plays just excellent in comparison to the real life East Lake. So I thought I would do a commentary, a little bit of an overlay on top of the video today, and we're going to do two parts. The first part in this video is going to be the first 9 holes of the first round of the tournament, and then I will be following it up with a second part that will be the back 9. I plan to talk through some of my strategy that I use on GSPro, maybe a couple of hints and tips, things that you might pick up on the game. And I'm really excited to do this. And we'll see if this goes well. If it does, I'll plan on doing others where I do commentary on top of the round. Typically, I just cut out the moments kind of in between the shots, so you don't get to see those. And it speeds up the actual round, but some folks have asked for some help in the game and just some general knowledge and maybe a little bit of strategic advice. Or specifics to how I actually play. So here we go. We're on the first green now at East Lake. I have not played a really fantastic hole here. It is a par 5, not too long. Thankfully, I'm still in good shape with an opportunity here for a birdie putt. 14 feet 10 inches, 7 inches downhill. Let's see how this goes. Don't need to hit this very hard. It's stimp 10, so not super fast, but this is very downhill, and I managed to put that one in. So par 5, kept it out of trouble, didn't hit it out of bounds or anything, but didn't hit any great shots there until decent third shot wedge from the bunker managed to make a birdie, which is a really nice start here. Very difficult course. The pros actually play that first hole as a par 4, but we play it as a par 5. Alright, so this shot here, bunker shot, 16.5 yards. We are uphill, 13.7 degrees. Typical greenside bunker spin loss and speed loss, so I need to hit this a little harder because it's going to pop straight up in the air. Sure enough, I did not quite hit it hard enough, but I've left myself with a nice little uphill putt. Alright, so uphill putt for par here. This is kind of the way I do the math, and you can see me tracing using the BLI, using the mouse. So I do the math here, 6'9", I round up to 7, I add 3 uphill, that's 10. So basically my thought process there was to hit about a 12-foot putt. I always want to hit the ball just a little bit past the hole. And that one was pretty straight and goes in. You can see on that one too, I was 0.44 left. So that was a slight pull, but not enough to get it offline. Alright, third hole, -1. Really need to try to find the fairway here. Downhill, 14 yards. I hit a good tee shot here, really right down the middle. Gonna get some nice run out. You can see 259 in game. I only carried it 243, but because it was downhill, it ends up carrying 259, and total length with the rollout and everything was 291. Leave me with just 90 yards. Slightly downhill. The lie is slightly left, not much. So I'm definitely wanting to attack this shot, although the last thing I want to do is short side myself in the front bunker. So I definitely want to land it at least at the hole. I actually hit this one 90 yards. Carried 90 yards, but just a bit too far. But it put me on the green inside of 30 feet, gives me an opportunity to try to make a putt. Generally what I do, you'll see me use the BLI. That gives me kind of the max break. And my thought process is that's the max break for a 10-foot putt. So for a 30-foot putt, I pretty much just multiply that times 3, and that gives me the max break at roughly 30 feet. It's uphill a little bit. Oof. So I just overplayed that slightly. Speed was pretty much spot on. So I'm definitely happy with that. Fourth hole. Wow, this is rough. 260, roughly 262, but significantly uphill just to reach the fairway. I am in trouble here. This is why I don't play the professional tees, the championship tees on courses like this. 480-yard par 4 uphill. Not my kind of hole. 248 carry, not bad for me, but as you can see, I do not reach the fairway. I did manage to get it out of the deep rough, thankfully. So now at this point, I'm just playing this basically as a par 5. It's going to be very difficult to impossible for me to get there. It would take a crushed 4-wood for me to get there, which isn't going to happen. I don't actually play a 3-wood. I've hit a lot of 3-woods. I don't generally hit the ball as well as as far as I hit my 4, so that's what I hit. I actually laid this one up back just a little bit to give myself more of a fuller shot into the green. $72 yards. Uphill 11 feet, so basically playing like 75. 2.5 uphill lie angle. That's going to make it play more like 76, 77. So I want to land this maybe 72. Only 66. And as you can see, I'm short. 72 might have been a little too much. Somewhere in the 70 range would have been just about perfect. But I'm under the hole. You can see this one starts out breaking left and finishes out breaking right. Not an easy putt at all. When you first hit a putt, the beginning of the putt, you actually want to discount slightly, so the putt's going to break more at the end than it will at the beginning. So that's something that you do have to take into account. So as you can see, this putt is a double breaker left and right. It looked like on the BLI that it was going to break a little more left than right. However, I'm playing this fairly straight, plus it's uphill. So again, 10-foot 10, I round up to 11, I add 3 inches uphill, and I try to hit this one 14. Did I pull this one? Alright, so for some reason I don't see an update there on the screen. I had to have pulled that slightly because it really rolled straight. So I probably tried to hit that one a little firm, and when you do, you tend to pull them, or at least I do. Hit that one way too hard. 7-foot comebacker now. Must make. The last thing you want to do there is make a double. So I make a bogey on a very difficult hole, which to me, again, that's pretty much playing like a par 5 for me. Alright, this one is a long hole as well, but it's downhill, thankfully, 14.4, so that's going to help, 435. Really need to try to be in the fairway here. Really need to try to be in the fairway on all these holes. The deep rough really comes in very tight. Ugh, what a terrible shot. And what a lovely break. And luck is a part of any good round, folks. I can promise you that luck plays a role. You can see 1544 spin. I hit that out on the toe, a little bit high on the face. I know it's showing an iron, but it's a driver. And that's where that hook came from. The high toe, low spin hook. This one here, I mean, 217. Worst thing I could do in that position, again, is short side myself. So I'm really guarding against going right there. Don't want to be in that bunker to the right. There's a little bit of room, but I definitely wanted to try to hit that ball straight at the hole or left of it, which is what happened. Now I've got a long bunker shot, but plenty of green to work with. It's a little bit of a right lie, that's 6.3. Actually slightly downhill here in the bunker. Lie didn't take it much. Really nice pace though. Judged that well and got within the 4-foot gimme range, saving par. Tough course, there's going to be a lot of that. Really have to play patiently. Have to be as patient as possible. There are going to be some mistakes. That's just part of it. 508-yard par 5, straight up the hill. And that's my second hook tee shot. Left here better than right, but really a rough start there. Again, 1370 spin. Another ball hit high on the face with a closed face. That's just got no chance of going very far at all. So it's layup time. Gonna try to lay up, 70, 80 yards. Just gotta stay left of the bunker. Pretty solid. 212 carry for me is a nice 4-wood. I can get it 220, 225 at my best, but 212 is fine. A little bit further back than I probably would have liked. But it's in the fairway, we're back in play. Can't be too unhappy with it. Pars are good. That's one thing that, we tend to force things, and as soon as I try to force things, I struggle. Even on this shot here. You don't want to go left here. You don't really want to go right. You want to stay a little below this hole and give yourself an opportunity, which I've done. Really nice shot. Again, kind of like the first hole. Didn't play a great hole. All it takes is getting your ball in position for a layup and hitting a nice wedge, which I did. Now I've got 7 feet. I'll take 7 feet for birdie any hole, any day. Alright, this putt, the grid doesn't look like it's drifting very quickly, and I almost feel like I'm overreading this. And then I hit it really firm. So it was ball speed. I pulled that slightly. I pulled it 2.3 left. I couldn't, you could tell I was a little confused by the read. I didn't want to give up that much of the hole. And then I, pulled it and hit it too firm. If I would have read it properly, or if I would have trusted in the read, I would have played more to the left and I would have hit it easier and probably made the putt. Thankfully, I'm able to make the 6-foot comebacker, but I never should have a 6-foot comebacker. That's partly just getting used to the GSPro as well. All right, 7th hole. Another really long par 4. 486, 487, but we are 21 yards downhill. On a hole like this, tight fairway, hitting fairway here is huge. And I hit a nice one, thankfully. Only 239 carry, a little bit higher spin. It's a little bit lower on the face, a little bit of a heel. But truth of the matter is, I'm in the fairway. If I had hit the same shot in the rough, I'd have had a really hard time getting to this green. But now I'm, sitting here and I've got a reasonable chance for par. Truth of the matter is, on a 487-yard par 4, I'm not going to birdie this hole very often. Maybe if I was 50 yards further down the fairway, that would help, but I just don't have that in the bag right now. So 182, that would have been a 5 hybrid. And yes, I play a 5 hybrid. And that's about the carry on it, 182 to 185. I hit it higher than a 5 iron, and I really like its Callaway. I'm really happy with it. I tried to hit my 5 iron for a long time and just struggle with it. I hit the ball too low. I don't hit it solid enough. I put the 5 hybrid in my bag. I have a lot more confidence with it. I hit it higher. I just play better with it. The statistics show I just simply play better with it. So here we are, 26 feet 9 inches, all about speed here. Not bad. Pushed it 1.1 to the right, missed the putt, but again, I'm super happy with a par there. And now on the 8th hole, another just massive par 4, water all the way down the left. My thought process here is aim up the right edge of the fairway and just swing hard. Don't even think about the water. Right side of the fairway, swing hard. If I push it, so be it. If I pull it, hopefully I've aimed far enough right to avoid the water. Almost got it back in the fairway. Pretty much hit it spot on my line, which I'm super happy with. 238, 240 carry, smash is decent. It's a little bit low on the face. Clubhead speed, 99.4. That's not awesome, but that's kind of almost my stock, around that 99 to 100. I need to get that up to about 105 as my stock. That would be superb. Here's a shot where I'm also kind of doing a similar, what? Let's face it, I didn't hit a very good shot here, but it's safe, it's comfortable. I have a nice little chip. I didn't go left. I didn't flirt with the water on this hole. It's kind of a stress-free 450-yard, really difficult par 4. You'll notice there I wanted to see the grid. I wanted to see how it broke. So I went into settings and I hit the grid button. That doesn't come on by default unless you're on the green. So 8.3 up. You got to make sure you're watching that. This is on a little upslope. I must have seen it because I was pretty aggressive with that shot and hit it past about almost 6 feet. But we can make this one, I hope. Six-footer for par. Kind of a, I don't know, I don't want to say a ho-hum par, but kind of. And I like those 450-yard par 4s with trouble. I'll take a ho-hum par every single day. 9th hole, 221. Yet again, this is a lot of club for me. I want to say I'm hitting it's either a 5 wood or a 4. I believe that was the 5 wood, so this probably will go deep. Yeah. 220. Actually, that was the 4 wood. Sorry. I wasn't going to leave that one short. So 224 carry for me with the 4 wood's pretty decent. I was not going to end up short, and look at this. I ended up way too far. This is just a really tough hole for me. I just really want to try to put this on the middle of the green somewhere, and I probably hit one club too many. And now we've got 75 feet. So quickly, and 3 feet 3 inches downhill. So I'm quickly doing the math here. 3 feet 3 inches, that's 39 inches. I'm subtracting 75 foot 2, so 77 minus 39 is 38. So I'm playing this like a 38 foot putt roughly. I always want to be, a little bit on the longer side, so 40, 41 feet. That's kind of where I start on the Stemp 10, and I don't think it's going to get there. Yeah, it's going to be short. I don't think it quite rolls out on a one-to-one basis, so I don't think for each inch down, I don't think it rolls out an extra foot, so I need to kind of recalibrate that a little bit. I do play, I work the math, but I play completely by feel. I do not use the ball speed. I know a lot of people use that 10 ball speed, and they're going to look 10, 9, 8, 7, whatever. I don't do that. I have a hard time doing that. I'd rather play by feel. That way I can transition out to the golf course. Assuming the courses and the stimps are fairly similar and the speed's similar, which they should be. We've measured it out really well. And I managed to knock that putt in for a par. So that puts me at even par on the front nine. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like, hit subscribe. Part 2 will be coming soon. Thank you very much.